Okay, good afternoon everyone. Today we're going to do the titration involving the vitamin C orange juice, and we're going to use the iodine to titrate it. The iodine has already been standardised, so the exact concentration of this is 0.01 molar, so that's exactly 0.01 molar. That was done yesterday. So what we're going to do is we've got our burette set up, and just a couple of things that we need to know before we start, and it's pretty hard to see the label. Now this particular brand of orange juice is 91.8% orange juice, 8% mango juice. We're going to start with a 20 ml aliquot, so we're going to put 20 ml into our pipette. That'll go into the conical flask, and then we'll titrate. We're not going to add anything else apart from maybe water. Water doesn't take part in the reaction. Now that label says that per 100 mils of serving there is 40 milligrams of vitamin C. So we're going to use only 20, so we're going to multiply the end result by a factor of 5. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing is we'll put some orange juice into a beaker. We don't want to contaminate the bulk of the orange juice. A little bit of a technique, so we'll take up exactly 20 mils and we'll bring it up to the line. That was good, a few bubbles there, get the bubbles out. Now there's no pulp in this, so it's not going to be a problem. The bottom of the meniscus is right there, into our conical flask. 96900 693. We will be talking about that very soon, or 131332. And then Kirsten is going to step back in time with us today, and she would like to know, we're talking about... Okay, always touch the side, and that's it. Don't push it out, don't force it out. And to this we'll add, maybe 30 or 40 mils of distilled water. So that's just over here. Now the water doesn't take part in the reaction at all. So I'll just give that a swirl. And the next thing we need to add to that is some starch. And the starch will turn black when the end point of the titration is reached. So you put about a mil in there. We'll swirl that around. That's ready to go. Now, burette. So like I said, this is 0.01 molar iodine solution, and it will stain your hands. You get it on your hands. Make sure your stopcock is always closed. Let's pour it into the top. We don't need to go to 0. Well, why we fill it? Because we need to empty out this, or fill in this portion of the burette. So we'll come below 0. Okay, so we'll now take our initial reading, which is 0.85. So our initial reading, so our start, 0.85 mil, and we'll start the titration. Now we're looking for a black or a dark purple colour. So I know for a fact you can actually see the colour change there. Can you see that? If you zoom in, so that colour change is sort of blackish. You can just see it. When we swirl, it'll go away. We want a permanent purple. So it'll get to a point where one drop will do a change. Okay, there's one drop at a time. Can you see that?
Now they've sort of resigned themselves to it, and they're sort of just putting in whatever fun activities they can to relieve a little bit of the pressure that there are from exams coming up.
And how do you think students went, or what was the feedback you got on students having to wear masks during their exams?
Okay, you probably need to do this 3 times to get an average, but we're just going to do it once. and hopefully we'll get enough accuracy out of it.
and itchy and make sure their glasses wouldn't fog up. So I think they were prepared. Some of the students who've just been using wraparound scarves have had to make a big change. But the Year 12s have had more experience. I think next week with the Year 7s coming back, it's going to be...
Okay, we're almost there. So we're down to 12. So I reckon they may have already changed. Put a couple more drops in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, many more exams to come
No, just a bit more.
for the Year 12s in particular. What has been the advice for the schools and also...
Okay, there, it's changed there. So there's definitely a change there. So that is 12.7. 12.70. So if we work that out, 5 carry 1, it was 8 carry 1, 11.8 mils to titrate endpoint. So let's recap on that. So we titrated 0.01 mil of 0.01 molar of iodine into 20 mil aliquot of orange juice, which is at 91.8%, and we only use 20 milligrams. And keep in mind that the label says 40 milligrams per 100 mils of serve, per 100 mil serve. So we need to multiply by a factor of 5 to see if that orange juice content or vitamin C content is accurate. That's it. Enjoy.